So what are we going to look at now? We'll be looking at redox reactions and how we can define redox reactions in terms of electron transfer. Because generally speaking, that's a larger definition of redox reactions than in terms of addition of oxygen or removal of oxygen or addition of hydrogen or removal of hydrogen. That only tends to help us in mainly organic chemistry. But when I go step outside organic chemistry and I want to look at more reactions, it's easier to talk in terms of electron transfer. And so what do we know about oxidation and reduction? Now, in terms of electron transfer, this stuff is already done in O levels, right? And IGCSE. So you know of oxidation and reduction. You know what they are. So oxidation in terms of electrons is basically what? So when a species loses electrons, that's called reduction. And a species gains electrons, that's called oxidation. When it gains electrons, it's called reduction. When it loses electrons, it's called oxidation. And there's a mnemonic that you are asked to learn. I believe it's on almost every book I've ever seen. The mnemonic helps you remember this. It's called oil rig. That stands for oxidation is loss of electrons and reduction is gain of electrons. So if in any reaction, any particular species gains electrons, that's reduction, loses electron, that's oxidation. You might remember a particular reaction between magnesium and oxygen. We've already seen how we can use half. So magnesium and oxygen end up making magnesium oxide. And magnesium is solid, oxygen is gas, they become solid. They go from being neutral elements to being charged ions in the reaction. And you can isolate each element's reaction change into what we call half equations. Magnesium seems to be losing electrons. Now, when magnesium loses electrons to become 2+, we can write it like that, or we can write it as magnesium is losing 2 electrons to become magnesium 2+. Losing, so not plus, sorry, minus. So magnesium gaining, losing 2 electrons this way or losing it too. Both half equations mean the same thing. And what's happening here is that magnesium is becoming a positive ion by losing electrons. And therefore, because it's losing electrons, we can identify this part of the reaction as oxidation. Because oxidation is loss of electrons. So we can say magnesium in this reaction is undergoing oxidation. And if I become more specific, and this is stuff that you've done earlier, I know, I'm just adding it here. If you notice, half of oxygen is becoming O2 minus ion, which is like it's gaining 2 electrons.
Quick pause. If you're finding value in this explanation, there's so much more to discover at Alt Academy, where we break down every A-level concept with the same clarity. Now back to the video lesson.
And that is called reduction. And the overall reaction on top, was all redox. So the overall is redox. And so in a redox reaction, one species undergoes reduction and one species undergoes oxidation. And this is like the transfer of electrons. So if you notice something here, that it seems to be that magnesium is losing 2 electrons and oxygen is gaining 2 electrons. So it's like magnesium is losing 2 electrons to oxygen. That's what the idea is, that magnesium is losing 2 electrons to oxygen. And you can write it as a summary also, and I'll just show that to you. You can just scroll down. This is how you can write the overall reaction. Magnesium becoming magnesium oxide, it's giving away 2 electrons to oxygen. So oxidation, reduction. Yeah, this is one example. There are other reaction examples where you can also have transfer of electrons. So the same thing happened with magnesium and chlorine. If magnesium and chlorine reacted, magnesium would have to lose 2 moles of electrons and each chlorine would have to gain 1. And that would mean something like this. So when magnesium reacts with chlorine to make MgCl2, it's 2 Cl minus ions, each gaining 1 electron. So 2 getting 2 electrons from magnesium. Here we'd say again magnesium is being oxidized, and in this case chlorine is being reduced. This is basic theory of redox using electron transfers. So if I give you another example, and this is one to do with group 7 reactions, you might have remembered this from your O levels, IGCSE, is that Cl2 with 2 sodium reacts with 2 sodium bromides to make 2 NaCls and Br2. This is considered a displacement reaction so far. Chlorine reacts with N2NaBr to make this. Now, chlorine is becoming chloride and bromide is becoming bromine. Individually, if you remember, we are done spectator ions and sodium is the spectator ion here. It says nothing. So, if I look at the ionic equation, so chlorine reacts with 2 bromide to make 2 chloride and Br2. And so, if I were to basically separate the two equations, it will seem like chlorine is becoming chloride, which is like by gaining 2 electrons, and bromine is becoming, so bromide, sorry, not bromine, bromide Br2 Br minus is becoming Br2 by losing 2 electrons. So individually chlorine gains 2 electrons to become chloride, okay, and bromide is losing electrons to become bromine. Now we do this to show which is undergoing oxidation reduction. This is the overall reaction, the ionic equation. That's the overall reaction. I've extracted what we call half equations to highlight which fellow is gaining electrons and which fellow is losing electrons. By doing that, it seems very obvious that chlorine is gaining electrons, so that is reduction, and bromine is losing electrons, so that is oxidation. So we could say that bromide is being oxidized to bromine while chlorine is being reduced to chloride. And so really chlorine gained 2 electrons and bromide lost 2 electrons. So it's like saying bromide gives away 2 electrons to chlorine. The electrons transferred from bromide to chlorine. So therefore, because the electrons transferred, it's a redox reaction, and it's bromide that's losing electrons and chlorine that's gaining electrons. So and the English would be that, so bromide is being oxidized to bromine and chlorine is reduced to chloride. Chlorine reduced to chloride, bromide oxidized to bromine. All right.
Hey there! If you found this A-level chemistry lesson helpful, why don't you head over to our website, altacademy.org, where you can sign up for the full A-level chemistry course. In addition to chemistry, you can sign up for physics, biology, math, or 4 other A-level subjects. Thousands of students have already taken the leap. What are you waiting for?